What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Today we're going to talk about what is apparently a hot topic right now. Some YouTubers have made videos about it. I kind of wanted to look into it a little bit more before I shut my mouth off about it. And that's, this one says specifically creatine linked to testicular cancer. Now, other studies that other publishings of this study that I read say muscle building supplements, which include whey protein, creatine, and this one actually says androstenedione, okay, can cause testicular cancer. Now, let's first back up. Androstenedione is not a supplement. Well, technically, it's banned now. It does cause hormonal fluctuations and does increase testosterone. It actually turns into testosterone supposedly once it's in your body via an enzyme mechanism in your body. Therefore, I can see that one having some kind of long-term effect. Okay, as far as creatine goes, or whey protein, I mean, I'm not seeing the link whatsoever. It said the risk seems to rise even more among men who begin using the supplements before the age of 25, who use various kinds of them to build muscle or who use them for a long term. Now, men who didn't start before 25, they were saying did not have the same risk. Here's something to sink your teeth into. Nowadays, cancer is more out there than ever. More people have cancer than ever. I mean, it's almost like commonplace. Like every time you go to the doctor, you're waiting to hear that you have some kind of cancer. Young people, old people. Could it just be a sign of the times? Because they actually have an age pinpointed before the age of 25. Could it just be that the younger generation gets cancer more often and easier? Could it be? And I don't know. They've done studies on this. And they've said it. You know, I don't know for a fact because I'm not a fucking scientist, nor do I work for a cell phone company. But putting your cell phone in your pocket can lead to testicular cancer. Putting your cell phone in your bra, like some chicks do, can lead to breast cancer. Could it be every single one of these people under the age of 25 had stuck a phone in their pocket that could have been the cause of it? I mean, you know, I think there's other things that you could look into that other than like, hey, you took creatine and, you know, you get testicular cancer. Now, creatine's been out for a long time. It's in meat. I don't think anybody has been getting testicular cancer from eating steak. Now, you could say, well, there's not enough in the steak. Well, over the course of time, there would be some kind of link to some kind of study because some people eat a lot of fucking meat. I mean, their bodybuilders eat a lot of fucking red meat. And I've heard of cholesterol problems. I've heard of triglyceride problems. I've heard of blood pressure problems. I've heard of every problem from those bodybuilders, even stomach and digestion problems, but I've never heard of fucking testicular cancer, even once, from eating too much meat. So, again, maybe you don't get enough creatine, but now creatine's been out there for so long, and I've known people, and myself included, who have probably used a good anywhere from 10 to 35 grams of creatine a day for years. No issues. So there's got to be something else going on. The other supplement that they were talking about, or they were saying that if you take the supplements together, that you're more likely to get testicular cancer than if you take one by itself. Well, here's the thing. If you take creatine by itself and it doesn't give you testicular cancer, I don't think stacking it with androstenedione is going to make you have testicular cancer. Now, maybe it's just the androstenedione, but they're saying that they did this study, so they took them individually and they didn't have the same effects. So they're saying stacking these things, okay, which is a bodybuilding thing, stacking, which has gone mainstream, you know, stacking your supplements like drugs. They said other supplements may have had hidden ingredients not listed on the label. Now that is more likely than creatine causing testicular cancer. Now, it says recently the FDA raised concerns about muscle building supplements on April 13th. The agency warned consumers not to use a supplement called trimethylextreme because it might contain anabolic steroids that cause liver damage. Now, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, they're throwing things in here and it looks like a big scare tactic. And I don't like to take things for face value. I like to look things a little bit deeper. And here's what I'm seeing, because one of these papers that was published, or one of these stories that was published, not this one. This one's from WebMD, but was saying that whey protein is one of the supplements, the muscle building supplements that can cause testicular cancer. So I sat back and I'm like, androstenedione, I can get it. Okay, fine. This other thing, trimethyl, whatever, can cause liver problems. I get that. Whey protein and creatine. Here's something interesting. Bear with me with my connect the dots. What happens if whey protein, amino acids, creatine. What happens if that all becomes illegal? What happens if it gets regulated and no more? You can't get it anymore. Bodybuilders are not going to fucking stop bodybuilding. They're going to buy more food. They're going to buy more milk. They're going to buy more meat. They're going to buy more fish. They're going to buy more of everything. Those food industries are going to fucking skyrocket even more than they already are if food is the only thing available and supplements are not. Now here's the kicker. If the amount of milk that people consume nowadays, well actually the amount of milk, I used to consume about 1 gallon a day of whole milk. Never had any issues. What if the link was anything dairy gave you testicular cancer? Whey protein, cheese. You're never going to see a study like that. Because even if it did fucking give you testicular cancer in one day, the food industry is never going to fucking put something like that out there because the fucking dairy industry is going to go through the tubes. It's absolutely not going to happen. I mean, look at the beef. Beef has been, under scrutiny for how long? People are doing fucking disgusting things like taking fucking scraps, gluing them together with meat glue, they call it. Meat that is tainted has been sold. It's raised in disgusting fucking, the meat itself is fucking barely edible at McDonald's. And they're saying that's, there's no problems with that. It doesn't cause health issues. It's just a matter of calories. But, hey, if you take some creatine, your fucking left nut is going to grow the size of a fucking softball and you're going to die. I see some big scare tactics coming here, and unfortunately, the way the crackdown has been with the supplements, well, they were actually pro-steroids. They were unclassified steroids, that pro-hormones, whatever the fuck you want to call them, being all banned. And I see right in here in this article that's published in WebMD, which a lot of people are going to link to, they're talking about creatine, interesting diet, which you can't get anymore, and then adding in the scare tactic of liver problems, and then flat out telling you in there could be ingredients hidden in the products that you don't even know about that can cause harm. This is a scare tactic article, and I think that we're going to see some shifting soon. I think that, I've heard through the grapevine and read a few things article-wise that says the FDA, when they're done doing whatever the fuck they're doing now, because they're so busy doing whatever the fuck they're doing, they are going to come after the supplement industry. There's no doubt about it. They're just waiting. They're going to clean that shit up, and they're either going to make supplements regulated, where you're going to have to fucking pay some kind of fee to fucking have your supplement on the market, and it's all regulated. Make it prescription, which there's stuff like prescription fish oils right now that you have to fucking pay 3 times what you would pay at fucking GNC to have. Just take 4 more fucking fish oils. It's the same thing. Or they're going to fucking discontinue that shit so that you have to fucking eat more food. And what are they going to tell you? No, you can't eat more fucking milk and more beef. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if you go and eat fucking every goddamn cow in the fucking Midwest. It's going to put more money in their pocket. These big companies not making money by... And we saw this with... when Coca-Cola bought up a whole bunch of whey protein, the fucking price of whey protein skyrocketed. It used to be like $15 for 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. Went up to like $39 for 2.5 pounds. It's fucking like $65 for a 5-pound jug right now. That stuff didn't happen until the big food companies started adding protein to their products, their sport products that were coming out. So trust me, when the big food companies want to do something, they're going to fucking do it, and it's going to reflect in effect. It's going to reflect upon it. It's going to affect the supplement industry, and then, there's not much we can do about it. You can fucking write all the letters you want. You can piss and moan. You can fucking make YouTube videos. It's not going to change a goddamn thing. Biowestertraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biowestertraining.com is a blog, and I do not think creatine gives you testicular cancer, bicep, and we're out.